Hey there, welcome back to Coding Stuff, and we have completed all the basics of JSON, like all the three possibilities of JSON data format, that simple object, object inside the object, and arrays or list inside the object. Now it's time to fetch JSON data by APIs or URLs. So in this video, we'll pass the JSON data from API. So we'll create our own JSON and we'll put that JSON code into the JSON generator, and we'll try to fetch that data using the URLs, and we'll retrieve it in our app. So first of all, I will just put this text view over here, and I will delete this constraint, and I will provide some ID. So ID will be text view. Let's just put it over here, and we'll have one button. Okay, so we'll change the text of button, so that will be fetch data, and the ID will be button. Okay, so first thing that we need to do whenever we are fetching data from API, so we need to add internet permission. So just right here uses permission, and this will be an android.permission.internet. Okay, so we are fetching the data from URLs, so we need to use a Volley library or a retrofit library, but in this video we'll use Volley library, and in the upcoming tutorials we'll use the retrofit, and I will cover the difference between these two libraries. So first of all, we'll just open Google Chrome and search for Volley Android. Click on the first link, and we'll copy this implementation and just paste it over here and hit on sync now. Okay, so till then I have created this JSON. It's really simple. It's just one big object, and inside that we have student array. We have array, and inside the array we have 4 elements, and each element is object itself. As you can see, the curly braces. This is first object, and this is second, third, and fourth. So we have 4 objects. So now we'll just copy this, and I will paste it in the, just search for JSON generator and click on this second link, and I will just delete this code, and I will paste my code over here, and then hit on generate, upload JSON to server, copy JSON file URL. Okay, so that's it. Now I'll just close this. So first of all, we'll find the IDs of our widget. So text view, let's name it as a text view, and then find view by ID, r.id.text view. Then we have the button. So button equals to find view by ID, r.id.button. Okay, so now we need to create one request queue. So request queue, and that should become from com.android.volley, and we'll name it as a request queue, and then write volley dot new request queue, and we need to pass in the context. So I will pass this. So whenever we are fetching the data from the APIs, we need to add that request to our request queue. Let's say if you have multiple API requests in your app, so you will put all of the requests in this request queue, and then this request queue will send the request to the APIs or URL one by one. Okay, so now we'll add on click listener to our button. So button dot set on click listener, new on click listener, and let me just remove this hello world text. Okay, so here we'll just create one string URL. So string URL equals to this double inverted, and we need to paste the API or the API URL here. So just write Control V, and that's it. Make sure you just write here as, so HTTPS secured one. So over here, as you can see, we got the object at the first, and inside that we have the student array, So we are receiving object first. Just write your JSON object request and let's name it as a JSON object request equals to new JSON object request, and here we need to pass the couple of parameters. So the first will be request, that will come from the volley, of course, dot method, and we'll just use the get over here, and then we need to pass in the URL. So URL and then null, and then we need to pass the success listener and failure listener. So first of all we'll pass here new, okay, not here, over here, so new response listener, and we'll put semicolon over here, and just after this completes we'll again write comma and new response dot error listener, and inside this we'll just display one toast, so toast, and this will be error dot get message, and just after this method we can just add this JSON object request to our request queue. So just call your request queue dot add, and we'll pass in this JSON object request and put semicolon. So it will add this request to request queue and it will just send the request. Okay, so now in the on response method, this response is holding all of this data. Okay, so first thing what we want this student array. So we'll just write here JSON array, we'll name it as a JSON array, and this will be equals to this response dot get JSON array, and we need to pass in the key, so that is student. Let me show you again. As you can see, it is student and it is case sensitive, so make sure you write this similar here. Okay, so this is giving us error, so just select this. We need to surround it by try and catch, so just click on the code and surround with, select try and catch. Okay, so the error is gone. So now we are so by writing this line we are at this position, but now we need to look through this student because we have 4 items inside it, so we need to look through it and we have to retrieve all of this. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll just run for loop over here. So for, we'll create one variable that will be equals to 0, and then this is on array dot length I plus plus. Okay, so let me just show you. Okay, but as you can see here, each item is object itself, so we need to first retrieve this object and then we need to retrieve this name, email and age. So over here we'll just write JSON object and just name it as a JSON object, and this will be equals to JSON array dot get JSON object, and we need to pass in the index, so that will be I. So this JSON array is coming from here. Okay, so but now we are at this object and now we need to fetch this name, email and age. So what we'll do, we'll create one string variable, so string, and this will be name, you can write anything. So this will be equals to JSON object dot get string, and we need to pass in the key, so that is name. Now I'll just duplicate it, and this will be email, and the key will be email. Again I'll just duplicate this, and this will be int age, and okay, so this will be get int, and we'll pass in the key as age. So we have retrieved all this data. Now we just need to set this data to our text view, so we'll call our text view, so text view dot append, and here we'll pass in first the name, and we'll pass the space over here, and then the email, okay, so and then email, and then string dot value of, and here we'll pass in the age, and after this we'll just #n for the next line. Okay, so we have done everything fine till now. Now I'll just hit on this run button. Let me just select Pixel 2 and we'll see it's working or not. Okay, so it is installed. Now I will hit on this fetch data button. So we have retrieved all the data. Let me just, okay, so now as you can see, name is Daniel and the email and the age. So we have 4 items over here and we have retrieved all the 4 items and each of the values. Okay, so that's it. Let me just minimize this. Okay, so one thing we could have display this data in card view, like name and email and age in each card for every user or for every value. But this is the first video, so I just wanted to keep it simple. And in the upcoming tutorials, I will create the card views. We'll try to retrieve more data. Okay, so that's it for this video. Do subscribe and thank you for watching.